Natural selection can be an incredibly powerful force guiding how organisms experience their environments and evolve. But the part that organisms themselves play in the evolutionary process has been a little bit overlooked. Behavior can function as this important pacemaker for evolution, capable of accelerating or decelerating the rate at which it occurs. I am Martha Muñoz, and I'm an evolutionary biologist. The rate at which evolution unfolds can vary dramatically. Some traits and some lineages are essentially in evolutionary overdrive, evolving at warp speed. But at the same time, other traits and lineages seem to be inert over millions of years. My work is showing that organisms have agency in this process. The lizards that I study are anole lizards. They're pretty much found everywhere in the Caribbean. They're not just found at sea level where we'd expect to see tropical lizards. They're actually found all the way up to the tallest peaks of the mountains, and it gets really cold up there. I discovered that they simply altered where in the habitat they spend their time. At high elevation, the lizards, instead of perching in the shade and on trees, start perching out in the open and on boulders. Their body temperature isn't any different than down near sea level. They're essentially able to recreate their preferred habitat by using their habitats differently. We're able to actually explain a lot of the physiological, morphological diversity of these organisms by looking at their contemporary behaviors. And we can use the contemporary behaviors of these organisms to actually be predictive of how they will evolve in the future. One of the most pressing concerns for biologists is to identify the lineages that are going to be most vulnerable to climate change and which ones are going to be buffered from it and perhaps a little more resilient. This is a multi-dimensional puzzle that we're trying to put together, and incorporating behavior and how organisms interact with their environments expands the scope of what we know about evolution and how it works.